Radio brings football to all the people. The Wireless Age, December 1922. There has been just one big movement visible in collegiate football during the past few years. That has been the great and growing interest of the general public in the sport. It was not so many years ago that only college students and old grads were at all concerned in the gridiron struggles, some of which went down as glorious victories and defeats in college history. Now all that is changed. The big college games fill the sporting pages with columns of scientific analysis of the opposing teams. Front-page stories are printed describing an important contest, such as Yale-Harvard and Princeton-Chicago. Thousands of men and women who never went through college, unless in one door and out the other, pay big premiums for the privilege of sitting in bleak stands under a cold November drizzle and watching a collegiate football classic. Football has changed from a college sport to a national one, and it is expected that in the near future, the All-American football team, instead of being picked by sporting editors from comparisons of records, will be actually selected on the gridiron by a few games, comparable to the World Series in baseball. What share is radio having in this great and important change that is coming over football? A big part, of course. All who owned receiving sets this fall had the privilege of listening to nearly a score of broadcast football games broadcast directly from the field, with the yells and songs of the cheering sections plainly audible, as well as the voice of some sporting writer describing each play. "Hold 'em, hold 'em, hold 'em, hold 'em, hold 'em." And through the din came the calm voice of the expert. "Chicago's ball on her own 10-yard line. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. A forward pass is blocked by Princeton, which gets the ball on a fumble." And in that particular game, the excitement was as intense in thousands of homes as it was at the field in Chicago, as Princeton, apparently defeated, though within a couple of yards of a winning touchdown that she apparently could not make, hit the Chicago line hard. "Is the ball over the line? Is the ball over the line?" panted the voice of the announcer. "We can't tell from here. No one can tell, for it is buried far under a mass of piled-up humanity. The referees are digging their way to the bottom. If the ball is over the line, Princeton has won. Is it over? Listen to them yell. Yes, it's over. It's over. Princeton has won. A touchdown has been made. Princeton has won the greatest football struggle I have ever seen, and that's that." Who could help succumbing to such contagious enthusiasm, to such evident suspense? Today, the football fields of a score of colleges have been much enlarged in order to accommodate the vast public. The stadium at Harvard seats 53,000. The Yale Bowl at New Haven and Franklin Field in Philadelphia, the Polo Grounds in New York, fields in Chicago, St. Louis, and San Francisco have all been given the increased facilities demanded by the public. But radio gives the public the greatest football field of all, the home. Every game of major importance was put on the air this fall, in some case by 2 different stations at once. This was the case with the Princeton-Chicago battle, which was broadcast by KYW, the Westinghouse station in Chicago, and at the same time by WEAF, the American Telephone and Telegraph station in New York City. The Princeton-Harvard battle, in which Princeton won for the 4th time in 30 years, was also broadcast by 2 stations, one the AMRAD transmitter WGI and the other WEAF. WJZ, the Radio Corporation of America Westinghouse station at Newark, New Jersey, ran a regular schedule every Saturday during the fall, reporting the games as played at the Polo Grounds in New York City. KDKA at Pittsburgh reported its local games. So it went throughout the country. In all, over 24 different games must have been broadcast, some of them by 2 transmitters at once. In at least 2 instances, the radio equipment of college laboratories was turned to broadcasting football reports. Union College, which operates WRL, put a number of play-by-play reports on the air each Saturday, and Yale College at New Haven, Connecticut did likewise.